Welcome to SVG-TV News for Monday, July 2nd, 2018. I am Rochelle Baptiste with the details. Minister of Finance, Camilo Gonzalez, has restated government's position that they are not interested in a citizenship by investment program for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Responding to a question in Parliament last Thursday on the government's policy with respect to the program, Minister Gonzalez said SVG passport is not to be traded as it is not a commodity. He further outlined that citizenship is not a financial matter and reducing it to trading arrangements does a disservice to citizens who have lived, died and fought in SVG. The finance minister further told Parliament that the majority of countries in the region who have a citizenship by investment program are still borrowing and that the program is not as attractive as what it has been made out to be. He noted that while several of the CBI countries have to turn to the International Monetary Fund, the IMF for support, SVG without such program has never had to do so.
And so the level of urgency that has driven the decision-making processes of some of our brothers and sisters has not been felt in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, thanks to the stewardship through the crisis and a host of fortuitous circumstances of this government and our Prime Minister. And we will come back to the fact, when you talk about sustainability, and I'm getting to that, that the government and people of Grenada, after 9/11, suspended their citizenship by investment program because they were concerned, let's say, after 9/11, about the type of people they were giving passports to and their transit into other markets.
The finance minister pointed out that there is a race to the bottom for the countries in the region with the CBI, as they are all offering the same thing for sale and are now being placed in a position where they have to offer the CBI at a reduced price.
Imagine, Mr. Speaker, if you set your budget and you fix your budget based on these anticipated CBI inflows, and in one fell swoop in your neighboring country, 50% off. But you got to match that. You got to match that. So there goes a big hole in the size of your budget. What a thing. And we won't talk, Mr. Speaker, about the scandals that have already proliferated around some of these programs. The criminals, the suspected terrorists, the diplomatic passports that have been sold to unsavory characters. And I don't want to stand here in judgment of any other country and their decisions, but we see what citizenship by investment has produced. And I am waiting, Mr. Speaker. I am afraid of what is going to happen now that the Supreme Court of the United States upheld the Muslim ban, the travel ban on people from certain Muslim countries, and said that those people can't come in to our country. I wonder what happens when they have a passport that they have bought specifically to enter those countries.
Wait and see.
I wait to see how that will be interpreted.
That's right.
And the value of this passport.
Minister Gonzalez said a number of international institutions and organizations such as the IMF, the OECD, and the European Parliament are poised to take measures to police citizenship by investment programs, which, if not administered properly, can facilitate illicit activities. Chief Environmental Health Officer Neri James has said the department continues to take a dim view of the dumping of derelict vehicles. James, who was speaking with SVG-TV News close to the Diamond landfill, which is littered with abandoned vehicles and other waste, said the department is moving swiftly to have the area cleared. He said the department is hoping to have the cooperation of the public.
Tires, drums, tractors, vehicles, tins, plastics, and we are making sure that we are going to discuss with persons so that they know the reason why we are here and the reason why they must properly dispose of their waste. Once we have done that, and persons refuse to remove their waste, we shall remove it and also charge them. And the cost of not disposing your waste is very high. So avoid that cost.
Samantha George, the Public Relations and Marketing Officer at the Central Water and Sewerage Authority, said the organization is happy to lend its assistance to the Public Health Department. George said a person can be charged up to $200,000 for illegal dumping and called on all to use the correct waste disposal methods.
And if you can see, the landfill is just a very short distance away. And as you mentioned earlier, somebody had to have brought them here. And it's a public health issue, it's a nuisance, and we just need to have it dealt with. And we're going to encourage the public to desist and refrain from dumping illegally, from leaving your derelict vehicles anywhere from your property, taking them to somebody else's land or anything. We have a landfill here that you can utilize to take your derelict vehicles. You can call us at 456-2946 if you have a vehicle to be removed, and we will make the necessary arrangements. Of course, there will be a fee. You just call us and we'll let you know.
And the Superintendent of Collections at the Solid Waste Management Unit, Greg Francois, said dumping of derelict vehicles is a nationwide problem which mars the beauty of the natural environment.
I mean, it's not a very welcoming approach to your home. But this is an example of what's happening throughout St. Vincent and Grenadines, where people conduct certain activities without regard to the rights of others to enjoy their surroundings and their homes and so forth. And presently we engage in a joint program with the police and public health. Let me say here that this is a program that would be done throughout the entire island, right? And we are going road by road, even side roads and so forth, to ensure that we restore some sort of order when it comes to the disposal of derelict vehicles.
An official at the National Parks, Rivers and Beaches Authority has hailed the participation of the Calico Anglican School in the Reef Garden project. The institution was one of 2 primary schools involved in piloting the program, which saw students getting both theoretical knowledge and practical experience on matters relating to the environment. The National Parks Public Relations Officer, Tonika Barrow, who was speaking at the closing ceremony on Friday, said the students showed great interest in their environment and made environmentally conscious decisions about their lifestyles. Barrow said this was a core objective of the project.
I've also seen a change in the children. They are more, aware, and they are more knowledgeable of the marine environment as well as the environment, and they have already started working towards developing better habits. Better habits in school, better habits at home, as well as what we really hope is that the legacy that they will leave here will benefit the future students of the Calico Anglican School. So what I think the project was a success, and we hope that it will not just stop here. We can have more Reef Guardian schools in and around St. Vincent, especially this area.
The Director of Forestry, Fitzgerald Providence, encouraged the students to build upon the foundation, which will have long-lasting benefits.
So I want us all, as students growing up, to play our major role in protecting our environment, because when I was your age, I didn't have this opportunity, but now you have that opportunity. Now I am protecting the environment as the Director of Forestry. You as students are protecting it as students, and some of you may be in my job in the next 20 or so years, I'm not sure, but in terms of it, you're playing your part now to protect our environment, and I want you all to continue to do that, because you're not doing it only for you, but you are doing it for the students, the future students of this Calico Primary School. So again, I want to just thank you all for being participants in the program. And again, thanks for giving us the opportunity at Forestry to be a part of this program.
Education Officer Earl Bennett said the environment is a necessary part of a child's development and welcomed the success of the Reef Garden project. Meanwhile, 2 students of the Calico Anglican School, Dariel Oliver and Alton McPherson, said the program was a timely one which gave them a better understanding of their environment.
I really enjoyed this program. It was a long journey, but we got it through, and it was very hard, and I really love it, and I hope to come back again and continue the work. People nowadays littering all over the street, so what I do, if I see anyone, I will tell them pick them up, and when I go to the beach or wherever, I'll clean up the beach so they won't go into the sea, and then go to the coral reefs and make the fish won't die and caught up in them.
Yes, I'm thinking that every Reef Guardian should leave, a remembrance so the other Reef Guardian can take from it and continue and do something else to help the environment, and that we should protect the area around us more.
In other news, around 30 young people are being given the opportunity to increase their employment chances as the Marion House once again conducts its Youth Assistance Program. The program, which began in February and is funded by Australian Aid, is done in 3 phases. The first phase involves self-development. In phase 2, the students will receive training in their vocation of choice, and the participants will work on attachment at various businesses in phase 3. Speaking with SVG-TV News, Louis Dublin, the program's coordinator for Kingstown, said the participants are ready for the second phase, which will commence after Carnival, and express confidence in their overall success.
Runs for 1 year. The first 6 months we have what we call personal development phase, where they're here for the first 6 months, and the topics we will cover will be problem solving, conflict resolution, goal setting, communication, teamwork. This also helps in their personal development. Because they would have displayed that they're ready, they're quite mature now, and most of them are able to communicate effectively, and I am confident that they will really do their best on the job site. Enjoyable, and so that they'll be able to become independent and be able to be good citizens and productive individuals in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
2 of the participants told SVG-TV News that they are confident that the program will help in their overall development.
Interest I express is in hospitality to do waitressing, and we'll be going on attachment from August to finish the other 6 months of the program. I've learned a lot, and some aspects of things that I didn't know regarding customer service and how to deal with others and work well in a team. I am very confident. I have some experience with it, and I'm okay with it.
Some opportunity for skill, learning skill. It could be either electrical, etc. and more. Get a commercial food, and we are now completing the YAP program. This program is all about the youth them coming together and learning a skill. So far so good, I'm very confident, you know. Due to the fact of the experience and the topic that we have run over due to the period of time I was here. But I am here.
Welcome back. In Carnival Beat this evening, we hear that 22 Calypsonians graced the stage at Victoria Park on Friday night in their bid for a spot in the 2018 Calypso Finals slated for Sunday, July 8th. Dubbed Fantastic Friday, the well-patronized event marked the official start to Vincy Mars 2018. Of the 22 artists, 11 will now go forward to compete for the Calypso Monarch. And as we hear in this report from Nikita Tony, the judges had a hard task as each of the 22 Calypsonians delivered very good performances.
Calypsonians battled it out last Friday at Carnival City Victoria Park for a spot in the 2018 Calypso Monarch Finals. The event, Fantastic Friday, signaled the official start of 10 days of activities for Vincy Mars 2018 and was well attended by Calypso lovers who came out in their numbers to give support to the Calypsonians. Of the 22 who took the stage last Friday, only 11 were selected to advance to the finals slated for this Sunday, July 9th. The graduates Calypso tent is represented by Maxwell Tadro Francis, Glenroy Sule Caesar, and Kingsley Hero Robert.
Randy and struggler, never right fucking Calypso. Every year they competing, but the record is there to show that some Calypsonians have never right fucking Calypso.
Hold your tongue, Jack. Exercise more patience and morals than that. Rape yourself. Where your force are go and the picnic too young to give.
I solemnly swear, no politician running before me here. This year I was born, my true conception. I solemnly declare, no politician running before me here. No, not at all, not at all.
Kenneth Vibrating Skate Saline, Adolph Icom Miller, and Elvis Abijah Abbey will represent the on-tour Calypso tent.
We need a road shaker with real love behind ruler to paint this portrait of a true nation.
Things now have an opposition. Yes, man, a reminder to all who might walk get upset. I took a job that everybody reject.
God help me, right down with me, and said, oh, ye of little faith. He helped me, he wept me to watch upon the golden gate.
The upstage experience Calypso tent will be represented by Chanel Mackenzie, Fitzroy Brother Ebony Joseph, Zamfir Zangi Adams, Sheena Collis, and Cleopatra Cleo Hendrickson.
Life isn't fair. I want you to hear my plea I bring to share. Man, this is the ripping of families. Life isn't fair.
To be a banker or a lawyer, a vendor or a van driver, even them companies engaging in banditry. Bandit.
Yo, 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 yo. We must remember. Sing praises to our ancestors. We must remember. Sing, guide me through this pain and frustration. Come guide me. I am the future of the nation. Come guide me. Remember what Cleo said. To be a good role model today, you must have more than fine speech with eloquence. You must learn to operate with some common sense.
The selected reserve is Chanel Scorpion Williams, who is representing the upstage experience Calypso tent.
To listen the voice of the masses when you're doing it. We want to know
2018 Calypso Monarch Lornette Fire Empress Ned had earlier indicated that she will not be defending her title due to medical reasons, and extended her best wishes to all competitors in this year's finals. The 11 finalists will now go on to challenge each other for the 2018 Calypso Monarch title on the March Grand Night. Nikita Twin reporting for Carnival Beat.
BMC Agency's Magic 103.7 Blondie and Friends took home the coveted Junior Band of the Year title in the Junior Carnival competition last Saturday at Carnival City, Victoria Park. SVG-TV's Bavin Oliver tells us more in this report.
Blondie and Friends made good use of their imagination to take home this year's Junior Band of the Year title with their presentation Phobia. It was a good start for Blondie and Friends Mass Camp as they beat SVG Players International with Legends of Soca into second place, with Digicel Nelson Block having to settle for third place. Blondie was in sternly good form as they also seized the Junior King of Carnival title with Nyctophobia. SVG Players had to settle for second place with their costume Scorpion the Stinger Man, while Melbourne Artisans took the third spot with the costume Guy Fawkes for their presentation dedicated to memories. The positions were reversed in the Junior Queen contest as SVG Players Flame shone brightly, capturing the Junior Queen title with Fire Empress Colors Overload, and Blondie and Friends taking the position number 2 with their costume Philophobia, Fear of Love, and Metro Synth High Voltage taking the third spot with their costume Golden Bay. In the individual 10 to 15 category, Blondie and Friends doubled down on Fear, taking the top 2 spots with the costume Pyrophobia, capturing the first place, and Philophobia taking second. In the individual 5 to 9 category, Blondie was electrifying as they seized the first place with Astrophobia, Fear of Lightning and Thunder, and second was Ictophobia, Fear of Butterflies. The best junior section went to Link's Mass Band with Devastating Elements, Wildfire. Blondie and Friends placed second with their section Ictophobia, Fear of Butterflies, and Metro Synth High Voltage with their section Exotic Beaches, placing third. Uptown competition was captured by SVG Players International Mass Band. Some 12 bands were registered to compete for titles in Saturday's Junior Carnival, which was the third activity on the national calendar for Vincy Mass. For Carnival Beat, I am Bavin Oliver.